All right, here we go. Happy Monday, everyone. Um, I don't know. Monday is kind of a concept. I know for me, Mondays are carry a little bit of a like, oh, geez, here goes the week. Usually pretty hectic and pretty busy. So great time to just take a moment and practice some basic mindfulness. And the theme for today that I wanted to focus on has to do with patience. So I think patience is something that we can practice and become more skillful at, and it's very directly tied to mindfulness. So here's a quote that I like from Ara Brock. When we're patient, we create space for understanding and connection, allowing us to navigate difficult conversations with grace. And when I think of grace, it's very similar to gratitude in the sense that it's something that happens to us. I don't think we wake up in the morning and say, okay, here goes, like, you know, bring on the grace. It doesn't work that way. But I think we can create the conditions that are more conducive for grace to visit us. And I think of grace as the experience when we begin to notice some perspective, there's a sense of awe and humility, and we realize like, oh my gosh, certain things are happening for me in a way that, again, it's nothing that I did intentionally. And so patience is one of the things that we practice when we engage with mindfulness practice. So some of the benefits of patience here. So it allows us to find favorable conditions and time for difficult conversations, right? Because we can slow things down, and then we can notice like, well, right now may not be the right time for me to activate this subject matter, this topic. It helps us stay calm and grounded. Again, patience just buys us time. So being able to notice whatever stimuli we have going inside of ourselves, and we can just like slow things down, ground into the present moment, and be a little more skillful. And the skills that we're bringing to the table are empathy, curiosity, compassion. We can just slow down and see the other person for for who they are in this moment, what's going on for them. And really importantly, it allows us to connect with our own emotions, thoughts, sensations, triggers, whatever the narratives are. If we slow things down, become more patient, we're able to just see that kind of stuff more clearly. And it prevents us from saying or doing things that may cause harm. Um, and it puts us in a place of responsivity rather than reactivity. So patience is really just about slowing things down and being able to see things the way they are in this moment, meaning us, the other person, so we can sort of regain our power and be the kind of person that we want to be. And this goes for conversations with ourselves as well, right? So often we focus on, well, how do I not react to this other person, or how do I not say things that cause irreparable harm? But the same thing is true for ourselves, right? When we're sitting there and we have that inner critic and that sort of automatic berating voice in our head, we can slow things down, be patient, then we can see things more clearly and actually have that same conversation with ourselves. So let's let's try it out. Let's try to practice that. So start by closing your eyes. Notice how when we close our eyes, there's sort of this instinctual refocusing on our inner experience. We move away from the external into the internal. Just take a moment to feel into the body, starting with the feet, up to the knees, the pelvis, your hips. Just resting for a moment, noticing this is what my quote unquote body is experiencing below the waist right now. This is what it's like to have feet and legs. And slowly moving upward through the belly, the chest, maybe one vertebra at a time, starting the sacrum, the very bottom of our spine, and imagine yourself walking up each vertebra, the middle of the back, the upper back, the shoulders, the base of our skull, and then sitting on top of this long spine is this thing called the head, with the mouth, the nose, and the eyes, tongue, all the way to the very top of the skull. And taking in a sense of the whole body, all the way from the feet to the top of the skull, right here, right now. And slowing down in this way to notice requires patience. There's a slowness and a deliberateness to allowing things to be as they are. You may notice the mind wanting to rush on to the next thing. And I promise you it'll be there after we're done. So for now, the goal is just to be patient and slow down. And from this place, bring to mind a memory or a moment where you felt impatient and a speediness, and frenetic energy, wanting to find a solution or a fix to whatever problem was presenting itself. And see if you can just notice what that is like in the body. And what's it like to revisit that moment with the intention of patience? Just noticing the impulse to speak or do something. Just be with it. Just watch it. Allowing the other person to have their experience, or allowing the situation to just be as it is without reacting, just watching. Impatience is just a is a part of ourselves that is uncomfortable with things as they are, and wanting resolution or wanting something to go a certain way. And patience is just allowing the space, things to be as they are. And see if you can become aware of the internal chatter. What's the What are the thoughts or the conversations going on in your head about the situation, about what you should be doing, how you should be behaving? Just give that space as well. Oftentimes the resistance to patience comes in the form of some kind of a yeah, but yeah, but I need to stick up for myself, or yeah, but this is not okay. Yeah, but fill in the blank. Just notice. Yeah, but is usually rooted in some past experience that was painful, that we don't want to experience again. So the mind creates a narrative and says, this was just like last time. There's all this stuff I need to do or say in order to protect myself. Just notice that and allow it. Unless it's a really, really urgent matter that requires immediate action, most of the time, just inserting some space and having patience to let things evolve allows us to be more graceful. Like, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Long, slow exhale through the mouth, relaxing the shoulders, the belly, the hands, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose. And on this exhale, see how patient you can be. So long, slow exhale. And be patient with the holding of the breath. 5, 4. The in-breath is coming any moment now. 2, 1. There it is. Deep inhale. Go ahead, open your eyes. Come on back to the session. May you experience more mindfulness and patience throughout the rest of your day. Hope that was helpful. I'll stick around for a few if anyone wants to chat. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow, hopefully.